Are you serious? You mean God believe in us and you playing with this? These motherfuckers don't believe in us and God did.
Don Jefe. Don Jefe.
It's Chief.
Don Jefe.
Short hair don't care, man. It's Chief, man. I feel like when I was 14, just had 9 years of experience on me. Peace, love, prosperity. I'm so appreciative of being 600 plus subscribers deep. Fam, Empire, TG, it's all love, man. I'm grateful and thankful for it. I remember we were at 30. Shit, I remember we were at 5. Now we at 600 plus subs. I gotta put on for y'all, man. It's only right I come here with a new cut, new version of myself, and we just gonna keep building. We're gonna keep grinding, brother. Once again, grateful and thankful to all of y'all getting us to 600 plus subs. Supporting. Ain't no fans over here. It's just supporters, the TG and the Empire. That's it. One thing I told my people, the dreads I had, when I started growing them, my intentions was right when I did them, right? My intentions was right. Just wanted to grow out my hair, have a spiritual experience while doing it, and enjoy what it's like having dreads. I never had them. Throughout that time period, all the dreads knew was struggle, right? I was in Dallas at my apartment, working hard, working construction, had a roommate. Ended up losing our jobs, but I ended up hitting for $10,000. Keeping my roommate afloat while also doing my thing is the most money I ever had. Ended up losing a lot of it, invested a decent amount, which I'm so happy I did that. But ended up losing our jobs, man. Ended up getting behind on the rent, having to get another job. My roommate couldn't find a job, so still behind on the rent. Getting him hired at my job, then he get fired, so now we back at the same spot. He move his chick in. They do what they do. Things start going left, so they both leave. So now it's just me, no lights, no water, and behind on the rent. End up getting evicted, sleeping in the car for 2 weeks, going to stay with my sister for a little bit, end up getting kicked out of her spot, having to be homeless for real, then moved back here, moved back to my mama's spot, and pretty much had to start over. And this is all while my dreads is growing from being a little worms to being longer. So all they knew was struggle, man. It's weird, but your hair is spiritual energy. It connects you to certain events when you were growing it. It connects you to events when you had the hair. So I always reminisce on those moments. I don't think about them as much no more. But when I had my hair, I will always have flashbacks of those moments, the super hard times, the times that build you into the man you are today. It was time for something fresh, something new. Chop that shit off, man. I didn't even keep the dreads. Most people say keep your hair, but nah, that hair is tied to a lot of things in my past that was tough, that was hard, that have forever changed me. I'ma always remember it, But you gotta let it go, man. If you want to evolve, you have to make drastic changes. I didn't even think people would be reacting to me the way they reacted to me now, because the last time I had my hair like this, I was 14 years old. I was 14, man. So I feel like that same 14-year-old just with 9 years of experience, man. I love this shit, bro. To me, I'm more mature with this. I'm on my grown and sexy shit. Speaking of drastic changes, my diet is something that I've had to change drastically. Going from a high protein, because I was bulking for a while. So I was doing high protein, low on the carbs, and just in the gym. A lot of protein powders, a lot of meat. And I felt how that reacts with my body. It don't react good with my body. I don't feel the best when I'm eating like that. So now I'm back on fruits, cruciferous vegetables, and smoothies, man. Mixing them all together in smoothies. Getting your onions in there, getting your spinach in there, getting your berries in there, getting the bananas in there. Getting all these fruits, right? Alkaline fruits and cruciferous vegetables. Mixing them together and having them for smoothies, man. That shit has made me feel 10 times better. I know you hear me talking, I was under the weather a week ago. But having this new diet, man, this new plant-based diet, meat occasionally, but mostly plant-based, I feel way better, man. Losing fat faster. Staying in a calorie deficit. Right? I don't really need to be in a calorie deficit now, but plants and plant-based foods are low in calories, high in nutrition and minerals. My body has needed the nutrition and minerals more so than the excess of calories. These are things you have to figure out about yourself. You have to figure out what is your body telling you right now, and how do I adjust to it. Bulking is just not something for me long term, especially not a dirty bulk. It helped me gain weight, helped my physique get better. So now it's just about maintaining the physique and being healthy while doing it. Women, we're gonna talk about women. We're gonna talk about life, right? When I had the dreads and now, I've experienced different choosing signals. I've experienced different social cues since I've cut my hair, right? I've noticed people aren't as intimidated of me as they were. I noticed people aren't as intimidated of me as they were when I had dreads. That's one thing that I noticed. It could just be because long hair intimidates people along with having tattoos, right? But now people are less intimidated. But the respect is still up there. It's not like, he's a sucker, so I could try him. No, it's not like that. But it's more so of a more calmed demeanor of people when I'm around them, right? I like this look because the tall with tattoos and a short cut, you can characterize that in your mind a lot easier than you can tall, strong, long hair and tattoos, right? It's more of a outside of the box appearance, right? So I like this look. It fit me a lot better. When it comes to the chicks, man, I still been getting chose like I did when I had dreads. It's just different, right? I think my pool is a lot larger now. No cap. Saw this bad Latina chick. I was out with my people. Mom was in there looking for some shoes or whatever she was looking for. And I was looking at the loafers and the men's dress shoes. So I'm in there, I'm sitting them, I'm looking at the shoes, trying them on, blah, blah, blah. I noticed it's two workers. They both look decent. One is Latina, the other one, she look light skinned, just mixed with a whole bunch of shit. And the Latina one kept hovering closer to me. Like, first they was talking further away, but every time I looked around, she seemed to get closer and closer, but acting like she minded her own business. So finally, I'm just like, hey, come here. She was like, huh? I was like, come here real quick. She walked up to me. I just look her in her soul. I said, I just wanted to see you up close. Break a little smile. She starts smiling a little bit. Ask her what her name is. Ask her a few questions. She tell me she's this old and her G-day is this day. I'm like, oh, okay, so that's cancer? Yeah, do you believe in that? I mean, yeah, I think you could learn a lot about somebody through their signs, but you just can't live by it. Okay, yeah, I agree, blah, blah, blah. Have a little short conversation. All right, cool, I think you're cute. I want your Instagram. Okay, you ready? Get her shit. All right, cool, nice meeting you, blah, blah, blah. Going about my business. The game is the same. The game is the same whether my hair long or whether my hair short. They gonna choose regardless. I'm not tripping. I just know I got a larger supply now. A larger reach. A lot. This looks more, I'm not gonna say more appealing, but it looks more receptible, right? Tats on my neck, short cut, confident, got some weight on me. Like, come on, man. If you love her, you better hide her. I posted that on Instagram on one of my captions. I said, if you love her, you better hide her. That's in full effect right now, man. Summer, best times of the year. If you love her, you better hide her. That was for the TG right there. Toxic gang, stand the fuck up. Empire, all rise. We in this hole, man. It's Chief. We in this hole. It's only right for me to come on here and chop it up with y'all, man. We at 600 plus subs, road to a milli, road to a billy. I'm just grateful and thankful, bro. It could always be worse, but what a time to be alive, man. Give thanks and gratitude, y'all. Give thanks and gratitude. Remember the journey. For those of y'all that have been here since the beginning, remember the journey when it was only 30 subs. When it got to 50, and that seemed crazy. When we broke 100, enjoy the journey, man, because it's hard during the journey. But when you keep progressing and the bricks that you land start get higher and higher, that's when you look back and you really enjoy it. You see the progression, right? We progressing, not regressing. So you gotta enjoy the progression. You gotta enjoy where you came from. You gotta enjoy what you put into it and what you're now reaping, right? You reap what you sow at all times. Enjoy that. Enjoy it, man, because once you get there, those are the things that's gonna motivate you to keep going. The fact that you was here and now you here. A lot of people quit in that in-between phase, so they never get the chance to enjoy what they sowed, to benefit from what they planted. And remember, the trials and tribulations is temporary. So temporary. And they don't last that long. In the moments, it seemed like time is moving slow. It seemed like your trial and tribulation is everything. It seemed like it just won't go by. But you keep digging, bro. You keep having faith. They say the faith of a mustard seed. You keep digging, you keep having faith, bro. You're gonna come up on the other side, and it's gonna be way better over there. Believe me when I tell you that, man. It's gonna be way better. See this senior 2018? My journey really started 2019. Now it's 2023 and I'm starting to reap. I'm starting to reap more of what I sowed in 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022. As long as you stay consistent, you're gonna look up, you're gonna hit the 10-year mark, you up. 15-year mark, you up. 20-year mark, you up. And it just keep going. The journey don't stop. I said the grind don't stop. It never did. I said the grind don't stop and it never will. It never will. This brings me to this. The reason why life gets better for us is because our journey never stops, it just keeps evolving. You could be going to school right now to be an electrician. You on your last year. Right now your journey's telling you finish, get this internship, and get hired on. Boom, let's say year 3, you hired on. Now you making $25 an hour and you steady building, right? You an electrician. Now you notice, okay, boom, I'm cool with the boss. He owns this spot. He hires all these electricians and he get these contracts for these different jobs. I'm gonna stay under him, keep learning from him, and figure out how I could do this myself. Now your purpose changed from getting this electrician job to learning the craft in order to be an owner and be able to hire other electricians. So boom, now you do that. Now you hit the 5-year mark, and now you opening up your first electrical company, and now you're starting to hire electricians. Boom, your purpose then evolved twofold. Now you here. Now you cool with other people who own electrical companies, and now they talking about how to get tax breaks and that they putting their bread into more land and more property. Boom, now your purpose then changed again. You got your electrical company, but now you see you could own real estate and become a real estate owner. You can own land and rent out the land. You can do whatever you want with it, get more tax breaks. So now you're doing that. Boom, now you're a real estate owner, now you're a landowner. All right, cool, you hear that? If you put livestock on your land, even bigger tax breaks, and then you could start selling products. So now you do that. Boom, your purpose changed again. Now you up, you making M's. Now you think, okay, cool, now I can start a family. So boom, you start your family. See, your purpose don't never stop, it just keep evolving. But the moment you stop and get comfortable is when everything is over. That's why we win in the end, because we don't stop. Winners don't quit. Winners know when to quit, but winners stick to what they have to do in order to win. Winners quit loser activities, but they double down on winning activities. A winning activity is always learning. A winning activity is surrounding yourself by other bosses. A winning activity is progression. Come on, man. A winning activity is not taking his life for granted. Winning activity is keeping your purpose first over any and everything, including your family, including your chick, including your homies, including your pleasures. That shit has to take the back seat to your purpose. You know something I learned? The girls is always gonna be there. Contrary to popular belief. They'll not only always be there, but they get higher and higher quality the better you get. And it's really synonymous with your income level, but it's a lot more synonymous with your soul and your mentality, right? And your body, your physique. So as long as you upgrading your spiritual astuteness, your mentality, and your physique, women come and money comes, right? Money is the next thing after that. After your soul, mind, and body is finances. So as long as y'all focus on your spiritual astuteness, your mentality, and your physique, money just comes right after that. And in comparison to that, women just come after that. Women of higher quality, nicer, sweeter, more helpful, more beautiful. They start coming the better you get in those categories. And rightfully so, it's like a reward. You get rewarded for what you've sown, what you've planted. You get to see who's the best harvester out here by their lifestyle. Literally. That's how you can tell that's how you can tell who the experienced planters are out here in this world. The experienced farmers. By the seeds, not the seeds, but by the fruit that's bearing from the seeds that they planted a long time ago. It's a marathon, man. It's not a race. It's a marathon. It's who can keep up that player pace, knowing that they got miles to go. Can you keep up a player pace knowing you got 5 more miles before you get to the finish line? That's the hard part. That's where you see who is who. Are you him? That's when you start to notice who's him and who's they, them. Come on with it, man. Come on. What's this one? Don Pepin Garcia. Don Pepin Garcia. I rock with this one, man. This is pure smoke. Straight from Puerto Rico. Don Pepin. Don Pepin Garcia. Original. Risk takers are money makers, man. Don't be afraid to take that risk. Not too long ago, I put 2 buy trades in for gold, XAU USD on Forex, right? I put 2 buys in, planning on holding this thing for a while, right? The risk was total like 200 pips. So with what I was risking on per trade, I was risking $20. But my reward would have been easily over $100 per each trade. So I would have came out $200 to $400. And I risked that, man. I'm cool with losing $20 to gain $200 to $400. Like, I hope you are too. I ended up losing that trade, so I negative 200 on it. I mean, negative 20 on the account. I'm not tripping because I know what I'm getting into, and I take my lick like a man. I'll bet that every time. So I have 10 times how much I risk if I win. Come on with it. I'll bet on myself. And it's the same with life. That's why I love trading. It's allowed me to take more risks in life. Getting this neck tattoo is a risk in a lot of people's eyes. But it's always a few people who look at it and they tell me, I like that man. I know what that means. Right? If you know what this means, you see it's not a risk. This ancient symbol, this key, it actually opens doors for me. Come on. Peace, love, prosperity, 999. Road to a Millie, road to a Billy. What a time to be alive, Empire. TG. Enjoy it. Enjoy it, man. Before I go, I'm going to leave you with this. Stay in the loop of technology and opportunities that will allow you to win in the present and most importantly, the future. AI, crypto, coding, blockchain, machine learning, healthcare, storage units and facilities. That's all I'm gonna say right now. It's on you to do the research. It's on you to figure out how you can win off it. Me llamo Jefe.
Don Jefe.
Hasta luego, mi amigo.
Are you serious? You mean God believe in us and you playing with this? These motherfuckers don't believe in us and God did.